Noise.
Thanks. Hello, Ducks fans. Welcome to another episode of the Quack Report. Carter and Nate are back here to talk about Ducks games and Ducks news and everything Ducks related.
Duck.
Yeah.
Quackers.
And it feels like it's been a couple weeks since we've done this, you know?
I mean, it has been like a week and a half since we've actually sat down to record an episode, as much as we've had some content coming out. So, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Actually, no, it has been 2 weeks. Because it was 2 Sundays ago we recorded all those ones.
Yeah, that's true. So It was nice to have a little bit of a break, but obviously miss talking to everybody as well that listened to us here. So
yeah, I haven't had any interaction with any of our fans, but you I guess still kind of monitor the Twitter and engage on.
Yeah,
there
I still get
bit,
to the Twitter at least.
I realized I didn't turn my light on. There we go.
How dare you?
That's my face.
God damn. Just not giving the people who watch this on YouTube what they want, which again, we are on YouTube. You can watch the full episodes here and see our beautiful faces along with any graphics that we might pull up or that sort of thing on our YouTube channel at Quack Report Pod.
Yeah. I guess let's quickly just talk about what we've been up to the last couple weeks. You went to see All Time Low and you were super excited for that.
Oh yeah. Dude, oh man, okay.
I
actually forgot I was gonna upload clips of this as well, actually, to just like play here, but so got to go see All Time Low, one of my all-time favorite bands.
Hey, nice.
And it was always a thing that like whenever they were coming through town, I've been listening to them for almost 10 years now, and whenever they came through town or near kind of thing, there was always something that I wasn't able to get out of to go see them. Mm-hmm. And so this time it was like as soon as tickets became available, this was July 1st, so Canada Day for us. Mm-hmm. As soon as tickets were available, I got the pre-sale ones, being part of the Future Hearts Club, like their fan club kind of thing. So I got tickets like a week in advance from everybody else, and so I just snatched them up. And as soon as, I think it was like a little bit later because they were still trying to figure out stuff with COVID, they put out like instead of like a meet and greet, it was like a sound check and Q&A thing, just kind of from a distance. So I picked those up. Same thing. Like both of those, it was like if they were, made available at 10 o'clock local time for us, they were bought and paid for by 10:02. It was just like, I am doing this. There's nothing getting in my way. Mm-hmm. And like, even to the point that like, I mean, I was talking to you about this. I had a prof who was like, yeah, you have a midterm on this day. And I had emailed her luckily before we were given the schedule. I'm like, I'm not going to be here for this day. I have a prior commitment. And so I had a quick meeting with her though, because I was freaking out. I'm like, this is either like going to be $200 out or 15% of my grade. Yeah. And so I had this meeting with her. I'm like, is there something we can do here? And excuse me. And she's like, yes, you did actually email me before. I forgot to write that down. So yes, she's like, do you want to just write it the next morning? I'm like, sure, I can make that work. So like I said, nothing was getting in my way of going to see the show.
Nothing can stop you. Not even the Quack Report.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing could stop me. Got to go to the sound check and Q&A. It was an awesome time. I was able to ask a question as well, which was really cool.
What did you ask? You ask something stupid like, what's your favorite color?
No, I asked, I tried to get a little bit deeper than that. I think, what was the question I asked? It was if there was one song that you wish you had a little bit more time with, be it like an extra day or even a week, what would be that song kind of thing? And they all had different choices, but it was more like little bits of collections of songs from different albums kind of thing. So like Alex was saying from Last Young Renegade, there is a few more just because they were having so much fun experimenting with stuff. He would have liked a little bit more time, but it was kind of at the point that they were hitting a deadline and it kind of got just taken away from them. Not that he wasn't happy with what they did. He's like, but we could have just had more fun with it. So, which that was really cool. And then I tried, so one of my bucket list things was to play even part of Damned If I Do Ya with them. And they were like, if we didn't have COVID protocols in place right now, absolutely, we'd bring you up here. So maybe next time. I'm like, all right, I'm going to fucking hold you to that.
And now you get to go see All Time Low again whenever
exactly.
they come through.
Yeah, and I'll do sound check again and everything like that. So I feel like this is a band I would totally do it for, honestly. So, but yeah, and then with that, like the sound check and whatnot, we got priority access as well to go back into the venue before the show, so we could get like right of the barrier and everything like that. I think we were let in like a half hour before general admission. Oh, nice. So we could go in, we could like get merch and just kind of have the time for us. And there's maybe only 20 of us as well. So you're not really fighting with anybody for space or anything like that, right? You're just more trying to get in front of just everybody else, really, but you have that chance to. So
yeah.
And I know Suzanne was joking, like my girlfriend was joking to you about this as well, and even to me, that I was gonna cry at the show. I had shed a tear during the sound check, not gonna lie.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, you know what though? I think I got the emotions out of the way, right? I got to see them, I guess, for like in person for the first time, really. So now I can just go in and enjoy the show. I fucking lost it during the first song. I was gone for like until like the end of, I'd say like the end of the second chorus, and then it was all gone. Then it was just pure enjoyment. I did post some of the videos that I got on my Twitter as well at Tate Namas. If you can go back and find those. I mean, it's only a week, 2.5 weeks, or a week and a half back, so it shouldn't be too hard. But there was a TikTok trend going around for a while as well that was more like sitting in your car kind of thing, and it was during kind of the end of the bridge of Dear Maria going into the chorus, and the line is, "Mom, it was never a phase, it's a lifestyle," right? More for the older emo pop punk kids, that kind of thing. And then you just belt kind of the first part of the last chorus of Dear Maria, and I'm like, you know what, I am like standing front row, like there's nothing in front of me except for a fence here. I'm like, I got to pull one of and there was another one I had seen that like when All Time Low first started playing shows again after things started to lift around the world, somebody doing it at like in like a festival, like in the middle of a crowd. That one was really cool, and I'm like, but I'm sitting front row right now. I'm like, I got to do this too. And I think I sent it to you as well, though. Yeah. So yeah, he's had me screaming over everything. Mom, it was never a phase, it's a lifestyle. And then pan the camera to like Jack, maybe 6 feet away from me, and just confetti going off everywhere. And that it was such a fun time. And yeah, I can't wait for them to come back through town again. And that's definitely going to be a memory that sticks with me forever. So
yeah, that'd be super cool. I'd love to see him too. So thanks for the invite, but
we'll go next time. So, but we are actually, you and I bought tickets though to another show. I guess kind of during the same time as well. The Offspring and Simple Plan are going to be rolling through Lethbridge, surprisingly, actually.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised to see that date. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, sweet, we'll go to Calgary or whatever. And it's like, oh no, it's actually in Lethbridge. Awesome, let's go.
Yeah. Simple Plan has new music too. I had no idea they were still making music.
Yeah, they put out one new song. I haven't listened to it yet, so I can't give my opinions quite yet, but it's Simple Plan. I love everything that they put out as well for the most part. And the Offspring are going to be a fun show, I think, as well. I had a chance to go to them once before, but kind of like with All Time Low before, I had something that I couldn't get out of, unfortunately. So I'm happy to be able to get the chance again to go see the Offspring. It'll be really fun, I think. And that show's in cool show. February for us. So
yeah. I listened to that new Simple Plan song just on our way up to Edmonton for our vacation. We just threw on like a new music playlist in the car.
Oh, nice.
And that was one that came on. I think it's called The Antidote, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just your classic Simple Plan song. It's nothing exciting, but it's like good old Simple Plan. So, yeah.
There's there was also, I think it was the same day that song was put out. Blackfield Brides put out a new album, and I haven't got a chance to listen to that either yet. So I'm a little behind on my my new music intake, but I'll catch up eventually.
Taylor's version of Red came out as well.
Yes, and that's another one I gotta add to it as well. But everything I've heard so far is that it's been great. So
yeah, tons of new music. Like I think it was on the 5th. Was that the Friday? I think it was.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like tons of new music that came out that day.
Yeah.
Like just like you can't even keep track of it. It was
exactly.
It was insane. So, but yeah.
Yeah, what else did we get up to? Well, I guess you mentioned it. We went up to Edmonton for a little bit. We visited a couple friends of ours up there. Hit the West End Water Park. It was a good time.
Classic. We went on the big water slides that you just stand on the platform that gives out.
Yeah, it's like puts you in like the container or whatever, and it'll count down, and then it just the floor drops out from under you. So just like sends you straight down.
It's like an 89-degree drop. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's so much fun though. I love those, man.
Yeah.
So we did Nessie's Revenge as well. I made sure to sit up this time to not royally fuck up my back.
Yeah, I fucked up.
But I still even got air like on that last one sitting up. I'm like, holy crap, okay.
Yeah,
but,
for anyone that hasn't been to West Edmonton Water Park, first of all, West Edmonton Mall, biggest mall in North America.
I think it's North America. It was the world for a little bit, but I think it's a mall in India now actually has that title.
I think so. Yeah, but they got like this huge indoor water park, and there's one slide where it kind of goes down and then flat and down and then flat. And for some reason, you pick up just a ridiculous amount of speed. And like by the end, you're just kind of like skipping over the little drops, and it's a time.
Yeah,
you get a nice enema at the bottom too if you don't keep your legs crossed.
That is true. And that first one the first time we did it, because we did those slides twice, and there was like slight variations to them. I think like
the drop straight down ones you're talking. Yeah.
There was one that was like fully enclosed and another one that opened up. And so we like you and I both tried both of them. But the one that was just like the enclosed one, it just rode water completely up the one side of my back, and it looked like I had like lashings basically against it. It was rough, but it was still a lot of fun. I guess being at the mall though, did you get any shopping done? I guess we didn't really I know that was like part of us being there that day, but did you get anything?
Yeah, I just went clothes shopping. I got some.
Oh yeah, pants. Right.
Yeah, because I'm getting fatter because of COVID, so my pants don't fit anymore. So nothing too terribly exciting, but
there you go.
Yeah,
the stuff that like I was specifically wanting to get in Edmonton was not able to find. So like
really.
Like it's well, I mean, I don't have an Oilers jersey yet for my jersey collection. I specifically want to get the Oilers third jersey, and I normally just get blank ones. Apparently, it being blank is the reason that it's so hard to find right now, actually, because they normally will just it seems like they just slap a name on it, like David Draisaitl, hell, even Mike Smith, right? Like you can find the like ones with names, no problem. To find a blank one though that has like a little bit of a discount, even though, is impossible to find right now. It seems. Like I've been.
I don't think I saw a single blank one, even like full price. I didn't see any. Yeah.
I saw one, but it was full price, and I'm pretty happy to say that in the last 2 years of buying jerseys, I've only paid full price for one. So the rest I've been able to find deals in that. So it's like it's not imperative that I have to get it right this second, but But I was like, okay, Edmonton, there's got to be, that's got to be a better place to look. Obviously, nope, not the case.
Nope. I think they just sell out so fast. Hey,
yeah, exactly. Thing, so like even went to the Adidas store just trying to find like a couple of things at their outlets. Nope, nothing in my size. What I wanted was there, not in my size though. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, but then I was kind of laughing though, because we went to the Adidas store with one of our buddies that we went up to visit or that, and he picked up a new Oilers jersey there, and he got the brand new prime green ones.
Oh, nice.
In his size, which I feel like is a little bit even harder to find.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
he's a big boy. Let's just say that.
Big boned. But found it in his size, a brand new prime green home Oilers jersey, and he got it on a fucking discount. The jersey's been out for maybe a month, and he got it for $120.
Oh, wow.
Like, are you
That's pretty
kidding
good.
me? I'm like, and I just can't even find the one that I want that's been around for 2 years already. Like, come on.
Yeah, right.
So,
and it's not like they're not wearing it. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, God damn it. So it'll happen eventually, though. I did tell my girlfriend, though, I'm like, as much as I want the Oilers jersey, obviously, for the collection, right? I'm like, I just don't want it for birthday or Christmas. I'm like, I would actually rather buy an Oilers jersey than unwrap one at Christmas or my birthday. So
yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, everything else is on the table, though, except for that.
Yeah.
So
it reminds me of one year I got like Flames socks and like a t-shirt for Christmas, and I was like,
what is this?
Is this a joke?
Yeah. Oh, however, if I did open up another Ducks jersey, I would definitely be okay with that. So, yeah. I mean, I have a few for the collection already, but I don't know, maybe I'm not a crazy fan of the home jerseys, but I mean, one of those would be nice just to add.
Yeah, it's a jersey.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is the Oilers Rangers game we went to. Where
yeah, that was good.
That was a good game, but man, that McDavid goal. And if anyone hasn't seen it, if you
haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock apparently, because that like blew up social media.
Yeah, it was everywhere. You could not avoid it. Yeah,
no.
But we were live for that. Like in the end, that he was like coming at us. And, oh man, that was beautiful.
And the Rangers end for that goal. So it was ridiculous, man. I don't think I've been fortunate enough to even go to like playoff games for the Calgary Flames and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever heard a building as loud, especially just for a regular season game. Like that was game 10 for the Edmonton Oilers. And it sounded like there was the fucking Stanley Cup final. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
in the best way possible. I'll say that there. So
yeah, I think a big part of it is just like being able to have fans back in the building.
Yeah, that's true.
I think just in general, from just watching games on TV, like so many of the markets that didn't get fans last year, like the barns are just so loud. Like come the end of the game, and even like when we played Seattle the other day, when the Ducks played Seattle the other day, like. And I mean, I get that they're a new franchise, so there's all that hype as well. But like that place was loud just for like, middle of the third period, like down by 2 goals, and they're on like a 2-on-1 rush. Like it was loud for just that. Like you said, in the middle of the season. So
yeah, there's one guy that I work with at Aesthetics as well, who works with the Seattle Kraken, Grant Beery. I'll give him a shout out there. And yeah, he was sharing some stuff, and he's like, it's like an atmosphere that he's never really seen before, that kind of thing. So, and like he was originally an Avalanche fan, so he's been to Avalanche games and stuff like that. And he's like, this was completely different. So,
yeah, so I think that'd be really fun to go see a game in Seattle at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially because I want to go to Seattle anyways. I think it'd be a cool city. But
have you not been before?
No.
It's a beautiful city. I'd love to go back. So
yeah.
But I feel like you would really enjoy. I feel like it might have had a name change, but when I went there, 2012, I think it was, the EMP Museum, and it's basically like a music and pop culture museum. Like it epitomizes, I think, like the Unplugged segment of the Quack Report, really. And I think the exhibits at the time were AC/DC and Nirvana.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like when I had went, so there was like, like the original schoolboy outfit in the AC/DC exhibit. In the Nirvana one, they had like Kurt Cobain's like original lyrics like on paper and stuff like that, and it was really cool.
Forgive me if I'm being dumb here, but isn't Nirvana from Seattle?
Yes, they are.
Area?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you go into like the pop culture area, and they have like Darth Vader's lightsaber prop from episode 5,
so cool.
like Empire. There was like there's the head of the Terminator from Terminator 2. A couple of the guns from the first Men in Black movie. Just like a bunch of, I think they even had like the head from Alien, like the first one as well. Or was it like the full body of it? But yeah, like there's a lot of cool stuff there. I'd love to go back and see what is there now and that kind of thing. So actually, I'm kind of just curious what they're exhibiting. Let me just see if I can find it actually.
Yeah, no, that'd be super cool. Did you ever go to that Marvel exhibit when it was going around? I don't know if it went.
No, I didn't. I missed out on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was super cool. They had like a bunch of the suits from the movies and like original comic book, like I guess storyboards and like
that's awesome.
And like sketches. Yeah, you would have loved it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was everything that you enjoy. So,
so it's the MoPop now, Museum of Pop Culture. Oh, cool. It was founded by Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen in 2000 as the Experience Music Project.
Cool.
But when I typed up EMP Museum, it did pop up with this place. So
yeah, I guess Experience Music Project EMP would be. That's what it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Okay. Current exhibits: Contact High, a visual history of hip hop. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Nice.
Heroes and Villains: The Art of the Disney Costume. Infinite Worlds of Science Fiction. It looks like they do have the Nirvana thing still, taking punk to the masses.
Cool. I wonder if that's just a permanent thing.
Because it might be now, actually. Yeah. I think it must have been like new when I went then.
Mm-hmm.
Indie Game Revolution, Pearl Jam, Home and Away.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Hendrix, Wild Blue Angel, Fantasy, Worlds of Myth and Magic. And I think this one was actually there when I was there as well. Scared to Death, the Thrill of Horror Film. And it just like goes into like the science behind horror films and why people like them. So
that'd be cool. But I hate horror films, but the science behind it.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm a lot more of a thriller guy myself, but it was cool
Michael
to
Jackson.
take a look. Yeah, totally. You know yeah. But yeah, it was a cool place. So if you go there, I definitely recommend checking that out. As well as the gum wall, because it's just disgusting, but it's great at the same time.
The gum wall?
Have you not heard of the gum wall?
I don't think so.
This massive wall in this alleyway, kind of by the market in Seattle. And yeah, I don't even know how it started, but yeah, just people leave their gum on this wall and it's just collected over years.
That's disgusting.
So it totally is. Okay, here, I'll pull up a picture and then we'll move on to
the duck stuff. Yeah.
To the duck stuff. But
man, why does it have to be something so gross like that? Like in Paris, they have the bridge with all the locks to like signify love forever. And in Seattle, it's like, oh, there's no garbage cans on this block. I'm just going to stick my gum here. Fucking nasty.
Okay, I think I got it here. Yeah. So this is the gum wall.
Oh, man.
Just like so, and like, I think it's expanded. Yeah, it goes like, you can see in this picture here, just like goes around corners and that at this point.
That's insane.
But yeah, it's just become this crazy tourist attraction in Seattle there. Yeah, it's even like up on windows.
Oh man, can you imagine living on that block? Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I think that's more of like a back alley kind of deal.
Okay.
From what I remember here, let's see. Post alley under Pike Place Market in downtown Seattle. 19 man, it's been collecting since 1993. God damn.
Oh, man. That's some gross gum under there.
So much gum. You know what, though? At least it's not in people's stomachs, right? But it's like,
yeah, it's true.
It's gross, but it's so cool to actually go look at.
Yeah, it does actually look pretty cool. Yeah, as long as you like think about the fact that there's like almost 100-year-old gum and spit just like festering on that wall. Like, if you put that out of your mind, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be like almost 30 years worth of gum.
Wait, did you say 1930?
1993.
Oh, why did I hear 1930? Okay.
No idea. But
93. Yeah, that's
28 years worth of gum is on that wall from thousands of people. Very COVID friendly.
Yeah, not at all. Okay, you're right. With that, I think we should get into a little bit of Ducks talk here.
Sounds good.
Man, whatever the Ducks have been doing lately, like it's been working. Like they should just take the gum wall and the whole concept and just stick with that, you know?
Hey, good one. Hey. Yeah, 100%. They've just been rolling, man. They've won their last 6 games. I'll preface this by saying we're recording this before the Vancouver and Anaheim game tonight on Sunday. We're recording this at noon Pacific on the Sunday, so we haven't seen this game yet, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, won their last 6 games: Montreal, New Jersey, Arizona, St. Louis, Vancouver, and Seattle. You know, some of those teams not as good, but
I mean,
still,
I'd really only say the only one that I thought we would, no, not the only one that I thought we would lose. The only one that I guess expected us to lose and we didn't was St. Louis. The other five, I think we should have won, but could have lost. Like it could have gone kind of either way, sort of thing. But the one against St. Louis, I was pleasantly surprised that we won that one.
Yeah, we were talking about, I remember like the New Jersey one, and we're like, this one could go either way because it's young teams going at each other. Arizona, man, just with how much they were losing, it was looking like we were going to be the team, right? Just like it's got to happen eventually. And the closer it got to us, it was like, no, please, no.
Yeah. Who did they end up beating? Who was it?
I don't remember offhand. Let me see if I can pull it up here, though.
Yeah.
But and then, you know, Vancouver, it got close. It was an overtime win.
They came back in that one, which was not ideal. But
yeah, but I mean, you got to expect that no matter what. I feel like with, you know, Bo Horvat, Elias Pettersson, Quinn Hughes, guys like that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Seattle
with that game too. Sorry,
go for it.
Against Vancouver. Like, I honestly want to say that Vancouver seemed like the better team kind of throughout the whole thing. I think Gibson was just on fire, and I mean our defense was good as well. Like, but they were just like really pushing the whole game. Like I think shots ended. I just watched the highlights before this because I didn't catch the whole game, but I think there was like 40 to like 27 or something like that were the shots.
I'll see if
for Vancouver. So like they were by far the at least more offensive team. I don't want to say better team, but I think Vancouver definitely deserved to win that one as much as us. Like either team would have deserved to win, I think. But I'm glad that we got the win, obviously.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, you're not wrong here. Taking a look at Money Puck, and we have the visual on screen if you're watching on YouTube here. They have like a deserve to win meter, so it's like, you know, 1,000 game simulations who would normally take it, and 59.1% of the time Vancouver would have won that game. So it was definitely one of the few games I feel like this season that we were outplayed. But yeah, John Gibson in overtime especially just decided to say, no, I'm taking these 2 points. Thanks, guys.
Well, I think for the first and second and first half of the third period as well. That was the John Gibson show. He was making unbelievable saves. So was Halak as well.
Yeah, Halak was making great saves as well. Yeah. And then even going into that game against Seattle, which by the way, that's who Arizona beat actually 5-4 over the Kraken there on the 6th. That's Saturday.
Okay, how does Arizona, a team with pretty much no offense, score 5 goals against a team that was literally built to be defensive?
Don't know.
Man, the NHL is so weird. Like,
it is.
I love the NHL. I love the sport of hockey, but like, can't we just be a little bit more like the NBA and like,
you have a better idea who's going to win.
Yeah, like you can look at a matchup and be like, Golden State's playing this team that hasn't been over 500 in the last 20 years. Like, I think I know who's going to win this game. And that's what happens. Like, Steph Curry just fucking knocks down threes. And you're like, it's like 120 to 80 is the final score. And you're like, okay, that's what I expect. So
yeah,
I wish that hockey was like that a little bit more sometimes, where, you know, you take like Florida and Arizona and they just fucking like smack them around like 11
just
nothing.
Slaughter them.
Yeah.
Which I mean does happen, but there are the random times that there's like, hey, you know what, we're gonna do it tonight. Have fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but Seattle, you don't really. I don't know. There's still a team I'm kind of trying to figure out. I was on the watch along with our buddy Isha there on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel there, watching the Wild and the Kraken, and you know the Kraken, they're decent defensively. Sorry, like I was projecting them to be. Their transition game looks great, honestly.
Yeah.
They just don't get chances. That's pretty much it. They have nobody who can really put the puck in the net besides Jordan Eberle this year. So, which is something I was kind of wondering about going into this season, right? I was like, you know what? They have a chance actually if the offense can go, because the rest of it looks like it could be fine. So, But yeah, you know, they got some kinks to work out, but obviously it's totally fine. It's a first year franchise. Like you're not gonna just the Vegas thing was an anomaly. Like we'll just put it that way. So even with like the newer rules compared to, you know, the expansions in the 90s, it's, you know, it was an anomaly, really. So
yeah, like people were saying like, oh, like the NHL gifted Vegas this team with like these soft rules or whatever. But now you look at Seattle, and I mean, I think they made some questionable choices. They maybe could have taken some different players from different teams to balance their roster a little bit. But still, like, it's not like there was, you know, big name players on the board. I think, honestly, I think Vegas just got very, very lucky with the players that were available to them.
Yeah. So. And I think it was also a lot of teams, you know, pulled okay, don't take this player. We'll give you this, though, in exchange for
the side deals. Yeah.
The side deals and whatnot. And teams learned from the last time with Vegas. Yeah, you can't say it was the NHL that gifted them. It was every other team, right?
It was the rest of the teams,
who didn't take it carefully enough, right? You know, exposing guys like William Karlsson, or in our case, fucking Shea Theodore.
Giving Shea Theodore away.
Yeah, giving Shea Theodore away. Like, what the fuck? But teams were a lot more careful this time. But even then, there's a couple gambles, right? We talked about the fact that Carey Price was technically exposed to the Seattle Kraken just in order to protect Jake Allen. Which that's not a knock on Jake Allen, but it's Carey fucking Price.
Yeah. Man, it's just like balls on the table for that.
Exactly. But it was that risk of, you know, either he's going to carry a $10 million cap hit. Are they going to take that, or are they going to leave it on the table? So, and they decide to leave it on the table, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So it's been interesting to watch Seattle still this year, though. Either way. And when we were in Edmonton as well, I got to see both their home and away jerseys in person. God, those things are beautiful.
Yeah, they were very cool. Yeah.
One will be added to the collection soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. I noticed them as well. I like the Kraken in the inside of the collar.
Yeah, in the collar.
That's something I didn't notice before. So very cool.
Yeah, I love those little details that teams put in the collars or that. I don't think Anaheim has anything. On the 25th anniversary jerseys, they have like, you know, that is the 25th and stuff like that. But like I know in like the New Jersey one, they have a green color on the inside to just like be reminiscent of like the original colors of the red and green that they had. Excuse me, and it has the 3 years of their Stanley Cup wins in there, and there's just cool little things like that get put in some of these collars. So I still think actually one of my favorites though is, you can't see it as great maybe right now if you're watching the video, but we'll see how we can. If you look just above me here, in the collar of the Nashville jersey, it's actually piano keys.
Oh, that's what that is. Cool.
Yeah. So just a cool little thing there. So
nice. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah, no, like we said, Ducks have been rolling lately. Yeah. Troy Terry's been on a fucking tear.
Ooh, love it.
Oh man.
So good.
Like he was good last year, and we expected more from him this year, but I didn't expect this much. No. Like 13 game point streak. That's insane, dude.
Could be 14 tonight after Vancouver.
Could be, yeah.
So I think he scored 2 points in the last game against the Canucks just a few nights ago.
Yes, he had an assist and then the game winner in overtime.
Yeah. Which man, I watched that goal again as well, and just the patience on Getzlaff. I know it's been like we know Getzlaff can pass or whatever, but like the complaint's been like try to shoot a little bit more or whatever. But that was perfect. Love that.
Yeah,
so good.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, 19 points during this point streak of 13 games. The only game that he hasn't scored a point in would be the very first game of the season versus Winnipeg. Otherwise, Ducks fans have been treated to a Troy Terry point in every single game this season.
At least a point, yeah. What is it, 19 points? Yeah, 19 points in this streak. I guess this season so far. So that's absolutely insane. So insane that Nate froze. He has no words. He's just in utter shock of of Troy Terry here. Oh, man. Troy Terry, that is, also leading the team with 11 goals. The next closest, Henrique, which is good. Adam Henrique's having a decent season so far, but Adam Henrique is the next closest on the team with 5. So Troy Terry over double the next highest player and on the Ducks in goals. So yeah, really not much more we can ask for from Troy Terry there. 11 goals, I guess for 8 assists, 19 points in the 14 games so far. I feel like all his goals have been super, super timely as well. Like, we're talking like the overtime winner or like tying goals or even just like early setting the tone kind of goals, like first goals of the game. So I think they've all been very important goals. I'm just talking about how Troy Terry's goals have been timely, whether overtime winners or like tying goals late in the game or like early set the tone kind of goals. Like they haven't just been like, oh, we're up 4-1 already and here's the 5th one kind of thing. Like they're all seem to be important goals, or at least most of them.
Nice. You didn't want to do any editing on this, eh?
No, I don't. Not even a little bit. Just keep going.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I also said he's 6 goals ahead of Henrique for the team lead here, which is also insane. So, but let's also talk about the just points overall, like where he's sitting in the league, because he's in some pretty big company right now. Right now, Leon Draisaitl leads the league with 28 points. McDavid just behind with 25. Ovechkin with 24, and Troy Terry tied for 4th with Kyle Connor with 19 points. So, I mean, he's quite a ways behind those top 3, but he's still up there. Like that's chef's kiss, exactly.
Chef's kiss.
Like
you'll love
Troy Terry and Kyle Connor in the same sentence, like that's huge for Terry. Like he's ahead of Marchand, Kuznetsov, Svechnikov. Like those are big names.
I mean, even to throw him into the conversation of the 3 guys that are ahead of him.
Yeah.
Troy Terry with Alexander Ovechkin, Connor McDavid, and Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He's also tied for goals with Connor and Kyle Connor and Chris Kreider at 11. 1 goal behind Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin has 12 on the season, and then Draisaitl.
So does
14.
Troy Terry take Alexander Ovechkin's record of most goals in a career? No, I'm kidding.
I think he would have had to start a couple of years ago, but I mean, like if Troy Terry puts up a 50-goal season, like dude's gonna get fucking paid.
Dude, could you imagine?
Oh man, when was the last time the Ducks had a 50-goal scorer?
Oh God,
like
I can't even think offhand. I have no idea.
Have they ever had a 50-goal scorer? Like I know we've had guys that have been.
I feel like they had to have. You had the years of Solani in Korea.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
there had to have been one.
Yeah. Korea was the first in Ducks history for 50 goals and 100 points in one season. Solani, a 2-time 50-goal scorer. Yeah. Did I forget these guys fucking existed? Corey Perry, recent lone Duck to hit 50. When was that? It's not going to fucking tell me. The 10-11 season, he became the 3rd Ducks player to score 50, playing in all 82 games. So
nice.
Yeah, I mean, this article was written a few years ago. It looks like, last year, 2020. So, and we obviously didn't have one last year. So, yeah,
no, we didn't have anybody crack 20 goals last year.
Oh boy, yeah. So, yeah, we are blessed to see Troy Terry right now.
Quite blessed, dude. That is ridiculous. Actually, that Comtois led the team in goals last year with 16 over a shortened but full season.
Yeah, and Troy Terry only has 11.
Yeah. I think we got the offense that we've been looking for. Because honestly, like even just take a look at the shots and stuff like that. Like we've been plus 25 majority of the games. That's great to see, honestly. So I like just getting the puck on net because like it doesn't have to be a perfect chance, right? You could have the most ridiculous ones ever.
Look at McTavish's goal.
Yeah, McTavish's goal, or the one that was scored against us, that rookie from Minnesota. We were just talking about him last night. I hit my microphone. I'm sorry. I can never remember his name, but
Duhaime.
Duhaime, yeah, who's bent over, gets it off of a deflection off of his skate, then, and then like you just gotta throw it on net sometimes, and it works. So
yeah, exactly. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Yep.
Right.
Except for your first NHL goal.
Yeah.
Or Duhame. Yeah, I just had my ass out and just hit off my foot.
Yeah. Just while I'm up here as well, I also want to talk about Kevin Shattenkirk because NHL.com/stats breaks points out into defensemen as well. And Kevin Shattenkirk currently sitting tied for third in defensemen in points with 13. He's tied with D'Angelo Hughes and Seth Jones. Just a couple behind.
That you said, sorry.
What's that? Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry.
First name you said. Fuck that,
dude. Adam Fox with 15. Adam Norris Fox, sorry, and Roman Josi with 16 leading defensemen in points. So
damn.
Yeah, Kevin Shattenkirk is up there. Also 4 goal, tied for second in goals among defensemen, just behind Roman Josi, who has 6. So yeah, Shattenkirk's having a season. Like it looked like a bad signing last year, but we're getting everything from Kevin Shattenkirk this year. And what is it? $3.5 million we're paying him? Like that's worth it.
Yeah, something like that. I'll pull up the number here. I'm also kind of wondering though if you and our listeners, followers, whatever, do they get weirded out, or are they on board with me calling him Shat Daddy here this season?
You can call him Shat Daddy.
Yeah, it's Shat Daddy. But yeah, like every time there's something from him on the Twitter account, I'm going Shat Daddy. So
nice.
All right, I'm looking for Shattenkirk.
It's with 2 T's, so it's appropriate.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
Also, it's his last name, but
yeah.
I still love that his Twitter handle is Shat Deuces. Like that's so funny.
Yeah. He's got a sense of humor. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
we need more people with sense of humor in the NHL. 3.9 million. Yep. For this year and next year, and then he's a UFA.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a modified no trade though. Let me see if it has the details of that.
It should on Cap Friendly.
Yeah. 12 team no trade list.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, like I we're getting $3.9 million worth out of Shattenkirk. I mean, what is it?
This season at least.
Points.
Yeah.
This season. Yeah. Last season, everybody underperformed. Absolutely everybody.
Everybody did. Yeah. Except for Comtois, really. And
Comtois, Terry, and Gibson, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like this year, we're easily getting that out of Shattenkirk. 13 points. He's been solid defensively, which was a big question mark. So it's huge. So if he can keep that up, or even if he regresses a little bit, I'm not mad about that.
No.
So
I'm not too mad about that.
I also just want to quickly mention Drysdale. He has 7 points, tied for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tied for 7th among rookies in points with 7.
Sweet.
Obviously, quite a ways behind Raymond and Sider of Detroit with 15 and 12 points. But
those are both forwards, are they not? Raymond is at least?
No, Sader or Sider. I'm not sure how it is. He's a defenseman, but Raymond's a forward.
Oh, is he? Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. So, yeah, those guys have been unreal so far. I am
second coming of Lindstrom in Detroit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no kidding. I wish I would have put some money on them for the Calder because my 2 picks in Caulfield and Zegras are not looking very good.
Ooh. The Caulfield one especially.
The Caulfield one's bad.
Considering his dad is, and honestly, that is very sidetrack here. That is one of the stupidest things ever for a parent of an NHL player to get upset at a minor league team at. I don't condone bullying, but that's not bullying. That's just trash talk. Grow a pair. Grow up. Mm-hmm. Come on. The team makes one joke of, like we don't really see you out here. It's like, dude, I have heard way worse from my little sister. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Grow up.
There's
my rant.
And rant, yeah. I'm just seeing here you also have another point about Shat Daddy here. 3rd on the team in points. 13 points, 15 games. Yeah. That's pretty good. I'm not mad about that.
Love it.
So he's been, how many of those have come on the power play? Do you know?
Let me see if I can find that out here.
Because I feel like he's really improved on the power play so far this year. So
Shattenkirk.
Just in general, our special teams have been much better, but I think Shattenkirk's been an important part of that. 7 of those.
7 are on the power play.
Yeah, just over half.
7 points. So
yeah, that's huge. That's really huge. So we have a couple other points we want to talk about just kind of in general from these last few games that we haven't been able to talk about. But I think now is a good time to throw it over to our friends at DraftKings. Use promo code THPN at sign up for exclusive offers. And we'll see you guys on the other side.
The NHL season is underway, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has an unbelievable offer to celebrate the greatest sport on ice. New customers can bet just $1 on any NHL game and win $100 in free bets if either team scores. Doesn't matter if it's a one-time clapper or an awesome deflection. However they light the lamp, either team, you win. It's easy money. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, DraftKings won't leave you empty-handed. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the promo code THPN, throw down $1 on any NHL game, and win 100 in free bets if either team scores. This week, one puck in the net nets you a big win with promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
So I just wanted to pull this up really quickly here. The Anaheim Ducks are currently sitting 9th in the league on penalty kill percentage.
Nice.
At 86%. And on the power play, 4th in the league at 26.5.
That's good. That's real good.
Very good.
Yeah. I know we were at I think we were at like exactly 33% last time we kind of talked about that. Obviously, that was fairly unsustainable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But 26%, yeah. And obviously 4th in the league is amazing. So what I think a huge part of this team's success has just been our special teams this year, because we lost so many close games last year. And if we would have capitalized on our power play just once,
yeah,
we would have maybe won that, or, prevented a goal on the power play. Because a power play was pretty much a guaranteed goal against the Ducks last year.
Yeah.
It seemed like, anyways. It was not good. So
nope, not at all.
Yeah. So I think those are huge numbers, and I think that's a big part of our success this year, as well as our young guys taking a step, and obviously John Gibson. But yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Ryan Getzlaff, he's been a point per game player this season. I know we both were guilty of saying, what was it? What's his contract? 3.75?
4.5.
4 point. Holy shit.
Pretty sure. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was just half of what he was making before.
Okay. Oh, yes, because we were saying it was about a 3.5 overpay.
Yeah.
For the intangibles, right? Oh, boy, were we wrong.
3 flat, apparently. Must be signing bonuses. Let me take a look.
Maybe.
Good old cap friendly. What would we do without them?
Be wrong about every contract ever. I don't know.
Yeah, cap hit at 3 million and performance bonuses at 1.5 million to come out to an AAV of 4.5. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's like his base salary is the 3, and then yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I mean, can you be mad about point per game pace?
No, not at all.
No. And
point per game pace at 36 years old, not going to complain about that. It's not sustainable, and I know that.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to complain about it.
But he's playing with Troy Terry. Like, are you going to tell me that's not sustainable?
Yeah. Are you going to tell me I'm wrong?
He's been a huge part of those big timely plays with Troy Terry. Like, whether it's overtime, that sweet fucking pass against Vancouver. Oh my god,
so good.
Or the one for his for him taking over the franchise record. I can't get over that pass. Just like the little one touch area pass to Troy Terry there. Oof,
so good.
That was so nice. But I don't know. Even if he goes just below point per game pace, honestly, that's way more than, say, the 1 million we were saying we should pay him. That's That's huge. And then on top of that, you had the intangibles and the leadership and all that other stuff you want to lump in. Like, I honestly, like in hindsight, I think that $4.5 million is not an overpayment anymore.
It's not looking
I go
like
back
that
on what
right
I'm saying.
now. Yeah,
like that's
I'm okay to admit that.
yeah. for just how much this team has grown with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I would much rather admit that I'm wrong on something that has a better result than what I said. I would much rather admit that. So
yeah,
but,
I have no problem admitting
no
in that case. Yeah. I do have an issue if it was the other way and he had like 0 points. I would not admit it. I'd be like, it's coming. He's a veteran, you know. But
I'd just be like, I fucking told you so.
Yeah. But yeah, you also say here currently sitting at 997 points in his career, so 3 shy of the 1,000 mark. So
yeah. So again, we are recording this before the Vancouver game on Sunday, so there might be points tonight. So I'm going to ask you, Carter, do you think he reaches the 1,000 mark point tonight against Vancouver, against Washington on Tuesday, or against Carolina on Thursday? And I give those 3 options because I think it's going to be in these next 3 games.
Yeah, I think so as well. I have a hard time believing that it will take him more than that, especially with how on Troy Terry has been.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at if these are home games or not. They all are.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't think it happens against Vancouver. I think that's just a bit of a stretch. Like, I mean, he could have a really good night and have 3 points, and that'd be awesome. But it's very possible. Against Washington, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I would be more comfortable saying it's against Carolina. I don't know. I don't know if I'm thinking still point per game pace and like 1 against Vancouver, 1 against Washington, 1 against Carolina. But I don't know. In my mind, I think maybe 2 against Vancouver, no points against Washington, just kind of pressures on a little bit. And then against Carolina, he gets just like a sweet assist too.
Yeah.
Like a Troy Terry game winner or something ridiculous like that.
See, now I think he could do it against Washington. I think he might be able to get. He'll be getting at least 1 tonight, I feel like, but he could get 2 against the Canucks, and I feel like it happens against Washington. We're like Ducks fans are going to be happy for him no matter what.
Yeah,
but if it happens on the road against Nashville or Colorado, people who bought tickets to go see this game or to go see these games, man, they're going to be peeved.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Ryan, give the people what they want, because we know you're listening, because Dallas listens to us.
Yeah,
give the people what they want. Go score those 3 points in these next 3 games.
Do you?
I guess it'd be next 2, because when he hears this, it'll be after the Vancouver game. So,
yeah, that's true. If he gets his 1,000th point against Nashville or Colorado, do you think they do anything for that?
I'm not sure. I haven't really heard of too many teams doing something for like 1,000 point for that. Like, I'm sure there'll be an acknowledgement of it, right?
Yeah.
Just as more of like a respect thing. Of like, yeah, Ryan Getzlaff scored his 1,000th point. He'll wave to everybody or whatever. But they're not going to be doing like a video tribute to him or anything like that.
Yeah.
However, though, if he does it in Anaheim, though, place is going off, right?
Oh,
and we're waiting for a moment. So
yeah. So that's for that reason, I really hope it's at home. I mean, obviously not. Like if he doesn't do it and he does it on the road, like that next game back against Ottawa, they're going to do something. So
yeah, he'll be given I think it's the silver stick is the 1,000 point award that they try to give out or that sort of thing. It'll be coming no matter what, I think, against Ottawa. So mark your calendars for that.
Yeah.
But there'll be that pregame ceremony and whatever. So
yeah, my only issue is that those games against Washington and Carolina are going to be tough games.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Getzlaff is, we call him Captain Clutch for a reason. Like, he shows up for those big moments and those big games. But like, if we win against Vancouver tonight, which we obviously don't know, and we're going on a 7-game win streak into Washington and then Carolina, I don't think we come out of that on a 9-game win streak. Those teams are rolling. Like, I think we could go to overtime. I think we can maybe steal a game from one of those teams, but I'd be very surprised if we took both.
I'd be surprised as well, but at the same time, I mean, okay, we're 15 games into the season. So we're early, but we're getting an idea of what this team is. We were projecting
American Thanksgiving is a big marker for playoffs.
We were projecting this team to be second last in the division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why they can't at the same time.
That's true.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
they've exceeded so many of our expectations, right?
Yeah.
And I don't see why not. So, like, realistically, no, probably not. But I don't see why not. Right?
Okay.
I'm not completely discounting it. So,
yeah, man, I never thought that I would be the pessimist on this show, and you're like, no, I don't see why not. Let's go.
That's how you know this season's different, I think, compared to last year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just my, sports fan PTSD kicking in. Like, this team will just, my teams will always find a way to let me down,
Yeah, fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah. So that's what I think it is. But okay. You've got a couple questions here in our outline that I'll let you ask if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to skip the one because I think we have kind of covered it, actually, of what do they need to do to extend the streak tonight against Vancouver. So I'm just going to skip over that. And I just had one more point, and it kind of follows up, actually, with what we were just talking about of our projections and that kind of thing. You can take a look at that. No, I opened my calendar by accident instead of clicking what I wanted to click. That's sweet.
What do you got going on after this? You got
so much shit. So much shit. I got to do laundry. I got to make sure my lacrosse gear still fits because I got my first game since shutdowns tonight.
That's important. What if it doesn't fit? What are you going to do?
If it doesn't fit, then man, I really grew out my calves. Let's put it that way. So this is also coming from Money Puck. The Anaheim Ducks are currently projected at a 53.8% chance to make the playoffs, at least.
That's really good.
I like that. I like seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
To make the second round, we can just kind of go through this here. Obviously, the make the playoffs is the one that I'm looking at to start because everything else is you don't fuck. My finger against the microphone again. That one actually hurt.
Yeah, that sounded painful.
I gotta push that thing away. Second round is. God, if you're just listening to this, I'm sure you're just like, what the fuck is going on? If you're watching it, you're seeing me doing this. But second round, 25.5%. Third round, 12.1%. To make the finals is 5.7%, but we have a 2.7 chance to win the Stanley Cup. To compare that to
2.7. Are you saying I should put my entire life savings on the Ducks to win the Cup this year?
I mean, I wouldn't put your entire life savings, but like it might not hurt to put like $10 down. And you can do that with DraftKings. To compare it to, I believe this is the top team. The Tampa Bay Lightning odds to win the Stanley Cup is 7.5. So
yeah,
it looks kind of give you a comparison there.
It looks like they're tied with Washington to win in odds to win the Cup. I think they're also at 7.5. But
what the hell?
To the right.
Here we go.
3 o'clock.
7.5. Yeah. Well, yeah. Washington and Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if they run into each other in an Eastern Conference final, that'd be nuts.
Yeah, I could see it honestly. Like those teams have been on fire. So
yeah,
and there's no way. Yeah, Panthers and Tampa, unless one of those teams goes wild card, I guess they could meet in the conference finals. So
yeah, just okay. So a side thing, just because of the other teams that we like to cheer for in Calgary and Edmonton, I'm finding this really interesting here. That Calgary has an 85.8% chance of making the playoffs, whereas Edmonton has a 70.6%.
It's the Oilers choke factor.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
because this is updated like as of this morning. So there hasn't been any games that have screwed this over.
We've also lost, I think, 2 of our last 3 games.
Have you got? Okay, I knew about the Detroit one, but all right.
Yeah, we lost to Buffalo last night, or not last night, 2 nights ago.
Oh,
so ouch. Yeah, it was tough. And you guys are on a hot streak, so that's probably what it is.
We've lost 5 of the last 6. The Flames have.
What the fuck? I don't understand how this works then. And then we're taking into account the Flames choke factor. Oh yeah, the loser point.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's what we got here. I think just to recap the Ducks over the last little while and that sort of thing. And next game is against Washington, as we said, on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific at Honda Center. It'll be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. I think these next 2 games against Washington and Carolina will be a big test to see where this team is at. I'm not saying they have to win these games, but they just can't get blown out. I think like they just have to be in it, be close games. Yep. I would honestly be happy with 1 out of 4 points out of these 2 games. Like if we lose both, but lose one in overtime, like and they're close games, I think that's just fine by me. Obviously a win would be nice. 2 out of 4 or 3 out of 4 points would be amazing, or 4 out of 4, obviously. But okay, if the Ducks go 4 out of 4 over these next 2 games, like they win both of them, I don't know. We got to come up with something for me to do because like that would just be insane.
Trying to think.
And no, I won't pull my dick out on the podcast.
No, I'm not. Jesus Christ.
I that's how happy I would be, but it's not going to happen. What's the Joe Thornton quote? If I scored 4 goals, I'd have my dick out stroking it or something like that. Wasn't that Joe Thornton? Wasn't that Joe Thornton when he was asked about wasn't it when they scored like 4 power play goals? Oh yeah, he was still on the Sharks that year.
Yeah, he was still on the Sharks against the Golden Knights there.
Yeah.
I forgot about that quote. My God.
Dude, that will never leave my head. That is a permanent place in there.
Yeah. 100%.
Like even when I'm old and gray and like can't even remember my own kids' names, like that quote's just gonna be in there.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess we can touch on this piece of news. Well, I won't say quickly, but we'll kind of go through it. Rather quick, I guess. It's been talked about. It happened during kind of our break, I guess, and then we can run our internal promo and we can get to some Twitter questions, I think. Does that sound good?
Sounds good, yeah.
Sweet. Okay. I was just trying to figure this out. So I'll give the reins back to you here.
Yeah, for sure. So if you haven't heard, obviously, but GM Bob Murray has resigned from the Anaheim Ducks after the, I guess, results of kind of an initial investigation. That was kind of all we got for a little while there. So, but it sounds like the investigation was results of like employee and staff and player and just general people, I guess, just abuse, emotional by the sounds of it. And I guess manipulation and threats and that kind of thing. So, but it sounds like he entered the alcohol abuse or an alcohol abuse program to get some help that way. And so that's good for him. I'm glad that it was that he's getting the help he needs, and that it was, I don't want to say a peaceful parting of ways, but it was just like, okay, I recognize I need help. We recognize you need help. Let's just go take care of your own thing. So, so I'm glad that he's getting the help he needs. They announced interim GM, assistant GM Jeff Solomon has taken over. It sounds like he's getting kind of full reign to do.
I'm okay with that.
Whatever he needs. Yeah, for sure. I think the team has shown that like they're serious this year, and I think whoever they bring in as interim should be given that power. And then they'll do kind of a full, I don't want to say investigation. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Job search or job hunt kind of thing.
Yeah.
A full hunt. Sure.
A full hunt. Yeah. For, in the off season for a new GM, whether it's bringing in someone else, promoting Solomon to full-time GM, promoting someone else internally, whatever it may be. It sounds like they're going to do it fairly thoroughly. So yeah, again, I'm happy for Bob Murray to be getting the help he needs. But is there anything else you need to add or want to add to this?
Yeah,
anything I might have missed, but
no, I don't think you missed anything. I was just gonna say on my end, like it doesn't. It's sounding like the reasons for it are tied to the alcohol abuse and that kind of thing, which it doesn't. That's the word I'm looking for here. It doesn't excuse the fact that it happened. Yeah. That there was, the substance behind it and that kind of thing. But, I do applaud him on realizing, hey, I do have an issue. I need to sort this out and that kind of thing. We don't hear a whole lot from the Samuelis, but it sounds like Henry Samueli is actually paying for the rehab for Bob Murray. Just
That's good.
Being longtime friends and everything like that. So
yeah, he's been with the organization for a long time.
He's been our GM since 2008.
Yeah, and he was part of that that cup winning team in 06 as well. I think he was even around in 03 in some sort of role. So that's a long time. Yeah,
he has been around a long time. But we haven't talked about it as much, I guess, on this show, but definitely just on our own kind of thing. We've definitely been saying that there's not been a whole lot that the NHL has done right lately. But stemming from the Kyle Beach stuff, and that was, the NHL putting out this release to all their teams, and everybody in staff, it sounds like, saying that, if there's abuse or that of any kind, it needs to be reported directly to the NHL itself, right? The staff and that. And I'm thinking that this, that actually led to this happening.
I think so.
Yeah. So if again, there's not a whole lot lately that the NHL's done that's been good. And I mean, honestly, I feel like that could be an entire episode in itself. Really, of like how shitty the NHL has been lately, and the Chicago Blackhawks and whatever. I mean, you've heard me talk about it just on our own. I'm fucking livid with both of those parties. But this is at least one good thing I think that came out of it. And I mean, small props to the NHL that they actually had some positive impact in this last little while on things. But wish the best to Bob Murray and that kind of stuff. And I think I forget what the initial response to us was, but I did post like on the Quack Report like that, we had wanted Murray out and everything like that, but obviously that was for hockey related reasons.
Yeah, not for this. Yeah.
And just to clarify, because some people might twist it, that's not to say that we don't think that he should have stepped down for these reasons, obviously. It was more that we wouldn't have deemed that this would be the reason that he was gone. Right? It would have been hockey related reasons, right? Like the mismanagement of Trevor Zegras last year or something like that is what we were thinking.
Poor management of assets and that kind of stuff. Like you said, we obviously didn't want him gone like this. It would have been nice if it was for him just being dumb, but it's unfortunately it's for something more serious. So, but like we're I guess we're glad that he's gone, but we're also glad that he's getting the help he needs. Is kind of the best way to put it. Yeah. We're not glad that he needs help. So
there you go.
That's the best and most clear way to put it.
And you know what? Maybe he comes back to the Ducks in some form. I don't want him back in a manager role again, but
no. And I think he would have been gone at the end of this season anyways, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering.
It kind of depends on, I guess it would have depended on the success that the Ducks had this year, but I think it was time for him to go. And even if the Ducks did have success this year, maybe the Samuels would have been like, okay, I still think we need a fresh perspective on this team, and maybe a younger GM or something to build this team. We need a playoff GM maybe. But I think they would probably, I don't know, how do I put this? I wouldn't be surprised if they brought Murray back in an advisory role or something like that. So
something like that. So
or like I don't know, assistant analytics head or something. Executive analytics.
He doesn't believe in analytics. Come on.
I don't know. I'm making a joke. Come on.
All right. Do you have anything else that you want to add to that, or should we take a quick break and then answer some Twitter questions?
Yeah, let's take a quick break here. And you've got, it looks like 4 questions for us. So cool.
He's my brother Mike.
He's my brother Matt.
And we are the Brothers of Discussion, hosting Red Wings Rant, where tirades and impassioned pleas about your Detroit Red Wings finally have a home.
We are here to be your audible Earl Grey, to bring joy, placidity, and perspective to one of the roughest eras in Red Wing history. Check us out every Monday and Thursday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts.
And check us out live every Wednesday and Sunday for Red Wings reactions and live conversations with you on our YouTube channel, The Brothers of Discussion.
Okay. What do you got for us, Nate? Oh, wait. Hold on.
I love it. Play it one more time because I got to pull up the things. I thought I had them. Okay. All right. So I put out a tweet earlier today that, it's recording day. Drop a question or comment below. It could appear on the episode. And so we got a few. I think we have time that we could go through all of them. So we're going to start off with, man, how do I say it? Is it Cockman 3?
Your guess is as good as mine, but
yeah, we'll go with that one. Is there any concern about being able to retain Zegras and Drysdale long term? I know there's several years left on their entry deals, but I'm already worried about them leaving.
Not for me personally. Not right now.
Not right now. That was something I talked about last year when they were, and there was that management of Zegras and okay, he's going to play one less game than this that will save a year of entry level. And I think I'll go with the same thing I said then. If you're worried about that now, there's probably bigger issues. Mm-hmm. Mind you, this seems like a different team right now. And where do players want to play for the most part? Where they're winning, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can continue this kind of thing, we don't have so many massive contracts or that sort of thing, or honestly, even really money mismanagement too much. It's more just player mismanagement. Mm-hmm. But yeah, money management has actually been decent enough. I think that, I don't really anticipate these guys looking for anything like higher than 8+ kind of thing, right? Like that's a very high end. But like for what I've seen so far, maybe 5, something like that. And you can make that work, right? And you can even throw in guys like a Comtois or a Terry if he continues the way he is, right? Like I think we have actually. I'm not too worried yet about that kind of stuff. So.
No, not yet. We'll see where the team is in a couple of years. If they go back to their losing ways, then
then there's but
you can be concerned, but I'm not too concerned about it, and I'm not even concerned about Drysdale even a little bit, because even if this team was losing, he's still having success, like personal success here. I would be more worried about Zegras just because he's not living up to whatever expectations we had for him yet, which is fine. Like
it'll come with time.
Yeah, I have no doubt that it'll come eventually. I just hope we don't give up on him too soon, and I hope he doesn't give up on himself either. He still had good games, but just the points and the production and the goals aren't quite where maybe he expected or what we expected either. So but I think it'll come. So
yeah, and I don't think it's, at least right now, it's not that he's too good for the AHL but not good enough for the NHL. It's he's too good for the AHL and he's average right now in the NHL. That's not a bad thing for a second year player, really. That's who's still up for the Calder, actually. So a rookie, technically. That's not a bad spot to be in, and that's a spot that you can have growth still. So yeah, not really worried. So
no, not too worried. Okay, well, what else you got here?
We got from at KevMac1213. Starts it off with a bit of a joke one. What are your thoughts on Coach Bombay not returning next year? And then, oops, wrong Ducks. If you didn't hear about that, actually, it sounds like why am I forgetting his name right now? The actor that plays Coach Bombay, though, for the Mighty Ducks series and did movies.
I'm blanking on his name, too.
Yeah, why am I... Something Sheen. Not Charlie.
No, definitely not Charlie.
But anyway, though, it sounds like he won't be returning, actually, for season 2 of the Mighty Ducks.
What?
Game Changers. Yeah. So, but I've heard 2 different things. It was either like creative difference, or it was COVID difference on opinions kind of thing. So
okay.
Two drastically different rumors going around, but
also you were way off on the name. It's Emilio Estevez,
but that is the Sheen family, though, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of confused about that for a second as well, and I had looked into it. That is the same family, but they go with different last names. It's really weird there.
Okay.
His actual question, though, Kev Max, is should they erect the statue for Troy Terry now or wait a few years? Wait a few years, obviously. I mean, I know this is all just jokes, but let's
not do it.
This is we can have like a little one, maybe, just like kind of
like a bobblehead size.
Yeah, like a bobblehead size. There you go.
Yeah,
so do something like that. But or here we can even do like Vegas did these flurry ones last year. Once fans.
Oh yeah.
Do something like this. That's cool. I should be sweet. I'd definitely be asking one of our listeners if they could send one my way. Honestly.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, man. Troy Terry he's going to be up there. Like if he stays if he stays a Duck for his whole career, he's going to be up there.
And he continues
guys like
around this kind of production, which is hard to do, but you never know.
Yeah, this doesn't just happen by accident. Like he's going to produce here. So I think you put him in the same conversations as like, Perry and Kessler and those kind of guys. I don't think quite, depending on how long he plays, I don't think he'll get up to like Korea and Getzlaff and Solani type levels.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he plays until like his mid 40s somehow, then maybe. So
yeah. All right. Next question from Laker Chris 26. Do you see the Ducks making a trade? I'm assuming he's meaning like this season or that. And
I think we would make at least one trade.
Yeah, I would kind of hope so. It'd be weird.
I don't know if it'll be a big trade, but it'll be a trade.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he means big trade.
Yeah, and I think it kind of depends. I think on where this team is. Do you pull a Montreal? Think you're gonna go for a run here in the playoffs and make a big splash kind of thing to get somebody to help you out, and then it not work out next year? Or do you temper expectations, go with what you have kind of thing? Again, we're so far removed from the playoffs still, in terms of actual timeline, but or like, do you stay with what you have, just get the experience of it, and then take a look at and see next year if this year, if it continues this way, is the real thing, or if it was just kind of a flash in the pan thing. So
yeah, I think
you just have to be a little bit careful with it.
Yeah, I think they have to make at least some move. I don't think it's going to be a big move come trade deadline if they're still in a playoff spot. But I think you have to bring in maybe just like a depth defenseman or like another depth forward. Just you need those depth guys that are playoff performers and are going to fill holes in your roster when injuries inevitably happen. So I think it's kind of a reward for the team that's there too. It's like, okay, like we're putting trust in you guys. Like we probably won't win the cup this year, but we're going to try. Like here's a couple extra players that we can add to the locker room and let's see what happens. So I think the GM will have, assuming it's Jeff Solomon at trade deadline still, I think he'll have to do something to say to this team that he has trust in them to do something, but I don't think it's going to be anything huge. So no, I don't think we're going to make a huge trade. But I think if we're still in this position, it'll be something. I see Nate's frozen, so I'm just going to keep talking here because I do have more to say. But looking on the other side, if we go on a horrible, horrible skid and we, I don't know, drop out of the playoffs, look like we're just going to be the team that we were last year, then maybe we start to sell at the deadline. But again, I don't think it's going to be anything too big. So I think either way, whether we stay where we are or completely drop off, there's going to be a little bit of movement, whether it's small additions or small subtractions, but it's nothing huge.
Yeah, nothing too huge. Is kind of what I'm seeing as well. So, but all right, and we got one more question here from Sports Tweeter CA, who puts the GIF of Jim from You've watched The Office, right?
Just episodes here and there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've seen most of season 1, but
okay,
I haven't seen.
So this is one of my best pranks. He put the GIF of Jim pretending to be Dwight. He's all dressed up as him. Question: what kind of bear is best?
Is that the question?
That's the question. But I have the answer.
It's ice bear.
False.
Okay. What's the answer?
Black bear.
Well, I mean, black bears will fuck you up. So
Yeah. Fact. Bears eat beets. Bears, beets. Battlestar Galactica. All right. Thank you for the questions. All right. We will move on then to the last piece of what's quacking for this episode and wrap up here. Carter, I got the best gorilla joke of 1897 for you. I don't know where this was published or anything like that, but this was just apparently deemed the best gorilla joke of 1897. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
So I'm going to be asking you. All right. You're part of the joke here.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of pressure.
So did you hear about the gorilla who escaped from the zoo?
No.
That's because I'm a quiet gorilla.
That's the best gorilla joke of 1897?
The best gorilla joke of 1897, folks.
Was it the only gorilla joke of 1897?
I have no idea. I did think it was kind of funny though. It's like, that's because I'm a quiet gorilla.
Yeah, you are the gorilla.
And then it says at the bottom, it's like muffled sounds of gorilla violence. What the fuck?
I don't have that on the keyboard, so I can't help it there.
Dude, Harambe 100% read that on the day that he died.
Yeah.
He's like,
oh, I'm going to reenact this joke.
Like, dude, this is such a great joke. Hey, there's a kid in here.
Yeah. Make it the best joke of 2012. Was that when that was?
2016.
Was it really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't think it was that.
Pretty sure it's 2016.
No way.
That seems right.
Oh, yeah. May 28th, 2016. Holy shit. That was only 5 years ago?
Yeah. And look, again, I've said it multiple times. The death of Harambe is when society as a whole began its downfall.
Yeah, 100%. I thought it was way longer ago.
Look at everything that's happened since 2016 and tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. Like, with how much has happened, I honestly thought that it was like early 2010s.
Yeah. Nope, we were in university at that point.
Oh, man. I've been in university for a long time.
Yeah, we have. Career students.
2016. Harambe. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
No way.
Rest in peace, Harambe. Which, by the way, if you happen to play NHL 22, just anybody listening, I know.
Is Harambe in the game?
No, well, the name Harambe is, remember, because my guy is named the Legend of Harambe.
Nice.
So if you come across that, just know you're playing me.
That's awesome. So, okay. Well, Nate, where can they message you their best gorilla jokes of the other 124 years?
You can message them at Tatenomas, TATENHOMAS.
As well on Twitter. As well at Quack Report Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok, and myself at Carter_Pods, POTTS_97, and at HockeyPodNet for all of your hockey needs everywhere. Thank you guys very much for listening. We will see you guys on Wednesday for a live stream, and go Ducks go.